would I go about unwrapping this Dagger model? So let me start by going to my UV editing layout. I need to have my outliner in here also. Collapse this way, then open up the create, cut, unfold, and layout. Then in the modifier, I like to edit the settings for the layout. Packing resolution, I don't know if this does anything anyway, so let's just drag this all the way up. Pack together, non-overlapping, yes. Okay. Packing resolution 4K. Shell padding. So this will be like the padding in between each UV shell. So let's just put this at 10. No, I rather put this at 20 instead. 20 pixels. Then type padding will be the padding between the, let me see if I can zoom in, between the tile, each tile in here, like a single tile in here. Let me just zoom out like so. So it's like a single tile, 0 to 1 space tiling. So to be the spacing in between each UV shell from the tile edge. So I'll just leave this at 10 instead. Preserve 3D ratio. That's fine. Then distributes, that should be fine. Share distribution, distributes. I think this should be fine. So I'll just click on, yeah, it won't work because there's no UV shell in there, but I think the setting should be saved. I think the setting should be saved now. So let me just close this. And I'll change the layout in here. Okay, I can't really change just one part alone. Oh, that's fine. So let me start by selecting all of this, and I'll delete what is in there and I'll start from scratch. So let's start from the top. Okay, so I'll start by selecting the entire face, camera base, then I'll just cut this up. Just find a good edge around here, double click on it to select that entire loop. Then I'll do a cut, select this UV shell, I'll do an unfold. Okay, then I'll come down here and do an orient. Then let's do a layout for this. So I have something like this now, but I would like to, let's say, merge some of these edges together. So maybe something like so. I'll just do it so together, so that when I am, so that when I unpack, or rather lay out everything in this 0 to 1 space in here, they should be together and not be on separate places in the UV, in our UV space. So if I do a layout for this again, okay, they're in there now. So I'll go to the next piece. Let me make sure I'm on object mode. So face mode, select the entire face. Let's start with the camera base. So it's kind of separates out this top part. So you can go somewhere around here and just find an edge around here. Double click. You can do the same in here too. Double click to select the entire loop, and I'll do a cut. Then I'm going to go to UV shell, select this shell and just move this aside for now. I'll select these two shells, then I'll do an unfold. So the selected mesh has non-manifold geometry, needs to be manifold. So let me click on always fix. I click on fix. So that is fine now. We have that in there. Select this two, I'll push this aside. So this is like the front of our model. So I want to kind of put the UVs at the back. So I want to put the UV at the back. So let me just select. Let me select. Double click on this to select a loop. But keeping in mind that the loop is also going to affect this mesh also. So you can see the edge loop going across. I don't want that. So it's also going across for this also. You can see it in here. It's not really affecting that. So, but let me just hold control and remove that. So I want the loop to just be affecting just this UV shell only. Then I'll click on cut. Click on cut. I'm having two separate mesh. I don't want to have two separate mesh on this. I don't want to have two separate mesh. So let me undo that until I get back the line. You can see it's going all the way here also. You can see it's going all the way to the front. So I don't want that. So I would need to, let's start by removing it in here first. It's going all the way. This is the, oh, okay, this is the front. Still trying to figure out where the front, okay, let me just do this from the perspective view instead. We have this is the front, that is the back. So I'll just hold control and deselect around here. Oh, now I have to make sure I'm on object mode, edge mode, then hold control and deselect that in there. Oh great, I've already made a cut. So let me undo this. I've already made a cut there already. So let's go back to the way it is, like so. I think I'll do something better instead. I'll just select an edge here. Select an edge here. This is the back. And I'll come to the UV shell and kind of find where that edge is. Let me see if I can Alt B. So you guys can see it properly. So this is the edge here. So in here I'll just double click on that edge. So once I double click on that edge, it should not be going across. It should not be going across here. So it's just going to respect the UV shell cut and then just stop where we have a cut for the UV shell here. So now just do a cut, then click on unfold. So we should have something like this. Don't know what this, we're having an extra piece in here. I have no idea where that piece is. Let's find it. Okay, it's in here. There's this piece. Well, no worries. It's not really a big issue or a deal breaker or anything. So select all of this, orient. But I would like to rotate this. I want to transform. Rotate this way. Wait, let me kind of figure out where the top is. Object mode, edge mode. Okay, there, this is the top, so this is fine. It should be fine like so. Okay, so now we can select all of this. Click on layouts. Alright, that should be fine. Then let's just finalize with this piece. Isolate this. select the entire face, do a camera base. I'll come in here, I'll add the loop cut around here. Something like this should be fine. Should probably the next loop cut. Next loop cut, I like to do the next loop cut somewhere hidden around, maybe somewhere around here instead. Now do a cut, select this layout. Oh, rather unfold. So I should be having something like this. Something like this seems a whole lot better. So orient. So our loop cut, you can see our cut is around here, and the edge cut is around at the back also. This is just kind of a bit neater, just to have one single one single flat shell for everything. This should be a lot better, and there isn't much deformation in here, so this should work just fine. So now I'm just going to select the entire thing, and I'll just do a layout for this. Okay, so if you notice now that with the spacing in between one shell to another shell is kind of 20 pixels, just like we edited from the layout. So shell padding, so the padding, like the spacing in between one shell from another UV shell, is going to be 20 pixels. So the spacing in here is 20 pixels. Then the type padding would be the spacing in between here, from this UV shell to this tile. The spacing in here is 10 pixels. So that's basically the explanation for that. So if you're having issue with this, if you're having issue with this, if you're having issue with this piece, you can always come in here and turn on this fixed manifold geometry, just to make sure it's turned on manually. So anytime you're having that weird issue, it's just kind of fix that for you. So just make sure this is turned on while you're creating your UVs. So it should be fine. Then we're done. So if I should kind of apply a checker pattern to this, you can see how the checker pattern is aligned properly around this, and we're hiding the seams where it's not going to be very visible or too obvious to see. So this is fine. Okay, thank you for watching. See you later. Yeah, this is fine.